nearly 2 million Hondas and Acuras due to steering issues. The automaker says the problem can cause noise and result in sticky and difficult steering.
Thinking about buying a used Honda? Wait. Some Hondas may look like a good deal, but they can drain your money fast and leave you stuck with endless repairs. From engines that burn oil to transmissions that fail without warning, these 13 Hondas have hidden problems that can turn your dream car into a nightmare. You might see them everywhere on the road, but these models have issues like rust, bad brakes, and glitchy tech that will stress you out. Before you spend your hard-earned money, discover which Hondas you should avoid like the plague to save your peace and wallet. Number 13. 2001 Honda Civic, the king of recalls.
Every recall involves 2022 through 2024 models. Drivers can get free steering repairs at dealerships.
The 2001 Honda Civic might look like a friendly, reliable car, but it carries a heavy record. 27 recalls, the highest ever for this model. The Civic became a nightmare for many owners because of how many parts could fail, leaving people stuck with endless repairs and unexpected bills. One major problem was its fuel pump, which could suddenly stop working and cause the car to stall while driving. Imagine being on a busy road when the engine gets low, leaving you with no power to move safely. That fear was real for many Civic owners. On top of that, there were loose fuel filter bolts that could cause fuel to leak, creating a serious fire risk, especially during accidents. The seatbelts in the Civic were also a problem. They could lock up after a crash and fail to release, trapping passengers inside or making rescue efforts harder, putting lives at risk when seconds mattered most. The headlamps were weak, making it hard to see clearly at night, and that added another safety concern for drivers, especially on dark roads. Another serious concern was the airbags, which could explode with too much force during a crash, sending dangerous fragments into the cabin and turning a safety device into a hazard. Even the air cleaner was flawed, with a design issue that could cause unintended acceleration, making the car suddenly speed up without warning and putting both the driver and others on the road in danger. Owning this Civic often meant dealing with repair after repair, draining wallets and causing stress that never seemed to end. From fixing fuel leaks to replacing airbag components and handling electrical issues, the costs could add up quickly, turning this small car into a heavy financial burden. If you see a 2001 Honda Civic for sale, it's best to walk away. Even though it may look like a cheap, fuel-efficient car, its hidden problems can turn into a cycle of breakdowns and constant visits to the mechanic, leaving you tired, worried, and out of cash. Next, let's look at another Civic that became a nightmare for many drivers: the 2002 Honda Civic and its painful transmission problems. Number 12. 2002 Honda Civic transmission nightmare. The 2002 Honda Civic is often seen as a simple, affordable car, but hidden under its calm look is a costly problem that has frustrated many owners: transmission failures. Many people who bought the 2002 Civic discovered that the automatic transmission could fail between 80,000 and 120,000 miles, often without clear warning signs. When it did fail, the repair costs were high, with rebuilds or replacements costing around $3,000 to $4,000, a huge amount for many drivers. The 2001 and 2002 Civic models were widely affected, with many drivers reporting sudden hard shifting, slipping gears, and strange noises during acceleration. Some owners experienced sudden jerks while driving, while others found the car refusing to move out of certain gears, leaving them stranded. In some cases, the transmission would fail completely while driving, leading to dangerous situations on the road. Honda did have a class action settlement to address some of these issues, but many owners still found themselves paying for expensive repairs out of pocket, especially those who purchased the used car. Even if a previous owner had the transmission replaced, it was not uncommon for the replacement to fail again, leaving the new owner with the same headache. Despite these problems, the 2002 Civic is still commonly found in the used market because of its reputation for fuel efficiency and low running costs. However, many buyers do not realize that behind the low price tag, there could be a looming transmission problem that can quickly drain savings and create constant stress. The cost of transmission repairs can often exceed the value of the car, turning what seemed like a good deal into a financial burden. If you are considering buying a 2002 Honda Civic, it is important to remember that these transmission issues can appear suddenly and lead to breakdowns that leave you with no choice but to pay for costly repairs or lose your investment in the car. Avoiding this model can save you from countless headaches, repair bills, and moments of frustration, keeping your money and peace of mind intact. Number 11. 2003 Honda Accord, the slipping gear trap.
Lefties losing it, and we've got some weapon-grade Trump derangement syndrome antics coming up for you. But let's start in the UK, where saying just about any.
The 2003 Honda Accord, especially the V6 models with automatic transmission, is known for having serious transmission problems that can turn this popular sedan into a constant headache for owners. Many drivers have experienced hard shifting and gear slipping, with the car sometimes jerking between gears or refusing to shift smoothly, making everyday driving uncomfortable and unpredictable. The transmission problems often appeared around 90,000 to 120,000 miles, but some owners reported failures even earlier. One of the most concerning issues was sudden power loss while driving. The transmission could slip out of gear or fail to engage properly, leading to a sudden reduction in speed, which could be dangerous, especially on highways or while overtaking. Honda did extend the transmission warranty for this model to help cover some of the repairs, but many owners still ended up paying for expensive fixes out of their own pockets. Transmission replacements or rebuilds could cost several $1,000s, and even after repair, some owners reported recurring issues that led to further frustration and expense. The 2003 Accord's transmission problems often remained hidden during short test drives, leaving buyers unaware of the potential for a costly breakdown after purchase. The car's reputation for comfort, reliability, and good fuel economy made it popular, but many drivers discovered the hidden risk of sudden transmission failure after bringing the vehicle home. If you are looking at a 2003 Honda Accord in the used market, it is important to approach with caution. A seemingly affordable and reliable car can quickly turn into a money pit if the transmission begins to fail, with repair costs that can exceed the value of the car itself. Number 10. 2008 Honda Accord, the oil burner. The 2008 Honda Accord might seem like a perfect family car, but it hides a problem that has caused headaches for many owners: excessive oil consumption. This issue is especially common with the four-cylinder engines in these Accords, where drivers have found themselves pouring in oil far too often just to keep the car running safely. Some owners have reported that their Accord burns through 1 to 2 quarts of oil every 1,000 miles, which is far more than normal for any car. This constant oil loss means that if the owner forgets to check and top off the oil regularly, the engine could run low, leading to serious damage such as worn bearings or even complete engine failure. Imagine planning a simple trip and suddenly having your engine start making strange noises because the oil level dropped too low without warning. The root cause of this excessive oil burning often comes down to faulty piston rings, which fail to keep the oil out of the combustion chamber, allowing it to burn away during regular driving. Fixing this issue isn't easy or cheap, as it often requires a complete piston ring replacement, which can cost between $2,000 and $3,000 depending on the shop and parts used. For many Accord owners, these repair costs are nearly as much as the car's value, turning a seemingly affordable used car into a costly headache. While some owners have tried to manage this issue by checking their oil every few days and keeping spare oil in their trunks, it becomes a constant chore that adds stress to owning a vehicle that was supposed to bring peace of mind. If oil changes are not done regularly and the oil level is not checked frequently, the engine may eventually suffer irreversible damage. Despite the Accord's reputation for reliability and comfort, the 2008 model's oil consumption problem can drain wallets and create constant worry for owners, making it a car to avoid if you don't want the stress of monitoring oil levels all the time. Next, let's take a closer look at the 2010 Honda CR-V and its hidden air conditioning troubles that turned many summer drives into expensive nightmares. Number 9. 2010 Honda CR-V, the air conditioning money pit. The 2010 Honda CR-V is often praised for its reliability and practical design, but it carries a hidden problem that has left many owners with costly repairs: a weak air conditioning system. Many drivers have experienced the dreaded failure of the AC compressor, which often leads to what some call the Black Death. This happens when the failing compressor spreads tiny metal particles throughout the AC system, contaminating everything from the condenser to the evaporator. Once this contamination occurs, a simple compressor replacement isn't enough. The entire AC system usually needs to be cleaned out or replaced to remove all the metal debris, and this process is far from cheap. Owners often find themselves facing repair bills between $1,200 and $2,500, depending on the extent of the damage and labor costs in their area. Even after these costly repairs, some CR-V owners have reported repeated failures of their AC systems, leading to more trips to the mechanic and more money spent on what should have been a basic comfort feature. For many, the frustration is compounded by the fact that the 2010 CR-V is mechanically reliable in most other aspects, making the AC problem feel like a betrayal in an otherwise dependable vehicle. Living without air conditioning, especially in warmer climates, can be uncomfortable and even dangerous, but repairing the system can feel like throwing money into a bottomless pit when failures keep returning. This hidden cost can turn a well-priced used CR-V into an expensive regret, particularly during hot summer months when working AC is essential for comfort. For those considering buying a 2010 Honda CR-V, it's important to check if the AC system has been replaced recently and to be prepared for the possibility of future repairs. The CR-V may seem like a great choice for families and commuters, but this air conditioning problem can turn it into a costly burden that drains your savings while leaving you sweating in your own car. Number 8. 2013 Honda Civic, the TPMS battery trap. The 2013 Honda Civic is known for its fuel efficiency and ease of use, but it carries a hidden problem that can become a frustrating and costly hassle for many owners. Issues with the Tire Pressure Monitoring System, TPMS. This system is designed to alert drivers when a tire's pressure is too low, helping them stay safe on the road. However, in the 2013 Civic, the sensors that monitor the tire pressure are powered by small internal batteries that eventually get drained. Once these batteries fail, the entire sensor needs to be replaced, and this is not a quick or cheap process. Replacing a single TPMS sensor requires removing the tire from the wheel, a job that typically costs between $70 and $150 per sensor, depending on the shop. If more than one sensor fails around the same time, the costs can add up quickly, turning what should be a simple system into a significant expense for Civic owners. Many drivers have faced repeated trips to dealers or tire shops to address these TPMS warnings, only to find that the replacements can fail again later, leading to ongoing frustration. Some owners choose to ignore the warning light on the dashboard, but this means they lose the safety benefits of the system and can no longer rely on it to alert them to dangerous low tire pressure. While there are alternative external TPMS options that can be installed on the tire valves without removing the tires, many Civic owners prefer to stick with the factory system, leading to further expenses as the sensors continue to age and fail. The 2013 Honda Civic may seem like a practical, budget-friendly vehicle, but hidden maintenance costs like these can catch owners off guard. What begins as a small light on the dashboard can turn into multiple shop visits and unexpected repair bills, draining your budget over time while adding unnecessary stress to your driving experience. If you are considering buying a 2013 Civic, it's wise to check whether the TPMS sensors have been replaced recently and to be prepared for this hidden cost, ensuring you are not caught off guard by repeated warnings and pricey fixes in the future. Number 7. 2005 Honda Odyssey, the transmission ticking time bomb. The 2005 Honda Odyssey is a minivan that many families trusted for school runs, vacations, and daily errands. But behind its roomy seats and family-friendly look hides a serious problem that can leave owners with empty wallets and broken trust: transmission failures. From 2002 to 2005, Honda Odysseys were known for having weak automatic transmissions that often failed without much warning, leaving many drivers stranded and stressed. The common issues included slipping gears, harsh shifting, and even complete transmission failures while driving. Some owners noticed the van jerking between gears or hesitating to accelerate, while others experienced sudden power loss during trips. The cost to fix these problems was far from small. Repairs could easily cost between $3,000 and $4,500, and in many cases, these vans suffered repeat transmission failures even after expensive rebuilds or replacements. Many Odyssey owners tried to use transmission coolers as a way to prevent overheating and slow down the damage, but these coolers often provided only a temporary solution. The underlying design flaws in the transmission meant that failures could still happen, sometimes just months after repairs, causing more frustration and financial stress. For those looking at a used Odyssey from this generation, it's important to understand the risks. What might seem like a good deal can quickly turn into a drain on your savings, especially if the transmission hasn't been replaced recently. The cycle of repairing and replacing transmissions in these vans has made them a risky choice for buyers who want a reliable and low-maintenance family vehicle. Even though the 2005 Odyssey offers space, comfort, and a smooth ride when it's working well, the constant fear of transmission problems can turn every drive into a worry. If you are looking for a minivan that will not surprise you with sudden, expensive repairs, it may be wise to avoid the 2005 Honda Odyssey and consider more reliable options for your family's needs. Now, let's explore the 2007 Honda Fit and the hidden rust and suspension problems that turned this small car into a noisy money pit for many owners. Number 6. 2007 Honda Fit rust and suspension issues.
It's due to steering issues. The automaker says the problem can cause noise and result in sticky and difficult steering that may increase the risk of a crash.
The 2007 Honda Fit is often praised for its compact size, excellent fuel efficiency, and practical design for city driving. But many owners have discovered hidden problems that turn this small car into a costly and noisy headache. One major issue with the 2007 Fit is its tendency to develop rust, particularly in areas where winter road salt is used. The undercarriage, wheel wells, and door sills are common places where rust begins to spread, weakening the car's structure over time. Rust not only affects the appearance of the vehicle, but can also lead to more severe issues, including holes in the bodywork and weakening of key structural areas. This can lower the car's safety in the event of an accident and reduce its resale value significantly. Fixing rust damage can be expensive, and in many cases, the cost of repairs can exceed the value of the car itself. Alongside rust issues, the 2007 Fit also faces problems with its rear suspension system. Premature bushing wear is a common complaint, leading to alignment problems and uneven tire wear. Drivers often notice the car pulling to one side, making it difficult to drive straight without constantly adjusting the steering. The suspension issues can also create knocking or squeaking noises while driving, adding to the discomfort of daily use. Repairing the suspension problems in the Fit can be costly, especially when combined with the rust damage that often appears in the same vehicles. What may initially seem like a cheap, fuel-efficient car can quickly turn into a series of repair bills, draining the savings of owners who just wanted a simple and affordable ride. Number 5. 2012 Honda Civic, the cheap interior and brake issues. The 2012 Honda Civic was designed to be a practical and fuel-efficient car, but many drivers have found it to be less enjoyable to own than expected due to hidden issues with its build quality and braking system. One of the first things many owners notice is the cheapened feel of the interior. The materials used in the cabin are hard and thin, leading to rattling noises during daily drives, especially on rough roads. Poor sound insulation means that road and wind noise easily enter the cabin, making the ride louder and less comfortable. The cost cutting in the design didn't stop at the materials. The suspension system was also simplified, leading to a stiffer and less comfortable ride, especially on bumpy roads. Many drivers found that the Civic no longer offered the smooth, quiet ride that Honda was once known for, leaving them disappointed during long drives and daily commutes. Another hidden cost in owning the 2012 Civic is its braking system. Many owners reported premature rear brake wear, requiring replacements as early as 30,000 miles, which is far sooner than expected for a car in this class. Replacing the brakes can become a repeated expense, turning what seems like a fuel-efficient car into a source of frustration and added costs. While the 2012 Civic offers good fuel economy and a reliable engine, these benefits often come with the downsides of an uncomfortable, noisy ride and unexpected maintenance costs. The rattling interior and poor sound insulation can make daily commutes less enjoyable, while the need for early brake replacements adds hidden expenses that buyers may not expect when choosing this car. Number 4. 2003 Honda Pilot, the drivetrain disaster. The 2003 Honda Pilot looks like the perfect family SUV with its spacious interior and strong presence. But beneath that promise of adventure lies a problem that has frustrated many owners: serious transmission and drivetrain issues. This Pilot shares its transmission with the Honda Odyssey and Accord of the same era, which were already known for weak transmissions that often failed without warning. One of the main issues in the 2003 Pilot is torque converter failure, which can cause the vehicle to shudder when driving at certain speeds. At first, this may feel like a small vibration, but it often gets worse, leading to hard shifts and sudden jerking between gears. If left unchecked, these problems can escalate to a complete transmission failure, leaving the Pilot undrivable and owners facing repair bills they didn't expect. The cost of replacing the transmission in a 2003 Pilot is far from cheap, often ranging from $3,000 to $4,500, depending on the shop and parts used. Sadly, even after spending so much money, many owners have experienced repeated failures with their replacement transmissions, turning their family SUV into a constant source of stress. Many drivers tried installing transmission coolers to help reduce heat and slow down the damage, but these solutions often only delayed the inevitable failure. This has made owning a 2003 Pilot a risky investment, as the repair costs can easily exceed the vehicle's value, turning what should be a reliable family car into an expensive paperweight sitting in the driveway. The 2003 Pilot may seem like a practical choice for a family in need of a spacious SUV, but these hidden transmission issues can drain your savings and leave you with a vehicle that you cannot rely on when you need it most. But if you think this one is worse, wait till you hear about the sporty 2001 Honda Prelude that turned from a dream car into a wallet-draining nightmare for many enthusiasts. Number 3. 2001 Honda Prelude, the engine knock curse. The 2001 Honda Prelude has always captured the attention of drivers who love sporty cars, thanks to its stylish design and engaging driving feel. But many enthusiasts have learned the hard way that this car hides costly engine problems that can drain savings quickly. The Prelude's H22A4 engine, while known for its performance, often suffers from engine knocking and excessive oil consumption, turning the excitement of ownership into constant worry. Owners have reported that the engine can start knocking even with regular maintenance, with the sound becoming noticeable during acceleration or at idle. This knocking often signals deeper issues within the engine that can lead to expensive repairs if not addressed quickly. Additionally, many Preludes from this year burn oil at a high rate, requiring constant monitoring and frequent top-offs to prevent the engine from running dry and suffering severe damage. Another major issue with the 2001 Prelude is the timing belt tensioner, which can fail and lead to the timing belt slipping or breaking. If this happens, it can cause catastrophic engine damage, including bent valves and damaged pistons, requiring a full engine rebuild. These rebuilds are not only expensive, but are also challenging due to the limited availability of parts for this engine, making repairs even more stressful and costly. Despite its sporty look and reputation, the 2001 Prelude can easily become a money pit, especially for enthusiasts who hope to use it as a fun weekend car or a daily driver. What begins as a dream of owning a classic Honda sports coupe can turn into repeated trips to the mechanic and rising repair bills that overshadow the driving joy the Prelude once promised. Number 2. 2015 Honda Fit, Infotainment and Transmission. Hassles. The 2015 Honda Fit is praised for its excellent fuel economy and impressive interior space for a small car, but this model carries problems that have frustrated many owners and turned it into an expensive hassle. One of the biggest issues is its infotainment system, which was designed to offer modern features like Bluetooth, navigation, and touchscreen controls. However, many drivers found themselves dealing with frozen screens and non-responsive touch controls, making simple tasks like changing music or using navigation stressful during daily drives. For a car marketed to young drivers and commuters who rely on these features, the glitches in the system were a major letdown, often requiring repeated visits to dealerships for software updates or repairs that didn't always solve the problems. The 2015 Fit also faced issues with its continuously variable transmission (CVT). Owners reported jerky acceleration, shuddering during driving, and in some cases, complete CVT failures. These problems often appeared around 60,000 to 80,000 miles, leading to expensive repair bills that could exceed $3,000 if the transmission needed to be replaced outside of warranty coverage. While the Fit's fuel efficiency and practicality make it attractive, these hidden issues can quickly turn the 2015 model into a source of stress. Drivers who purchased the Fit for worry-free commuting often found themselves dealing with infotainment headaches and transmission concerns, overshadowing the car's positive traits. The 2015 Honda Fit may seem like a smart choice for budget-conscious drivers, but these infotainment and transmission troubles can lead to frustration and financial strain, turning what should be a practical hatchback into a source of repeated costs and stress. Next, let's look at how the 2009 Honda Accord quietly turned into a money pit for many families, draining wallets with its hidden brake and oil problems. Number 1. 2009 Honda Accord, the brake-wear wallet drain.
Lefties losing it, and we've got some weapon-grade Trump derangement syndrome antics coming up for you. But let's start in the UK, where saying just about any.
The 2009 Honda Accord is a popular choice in the used car market, often praised for its reliability, roomy interior, and smooth ride. However, many owners discovered that this model hides problems that quietly drain their wallets, making ownership more costly than expected. One of the main issues is the premature wear of the rear brake pads and rotors, which many drivers found needed replacement as early as 15,000 to 25,000 miles. This rapid brake wear was unusual for a sedan known for daily commuting, forcing owners to replace brake components much more frequently than they planned.
The regulations are becoming much clearer in Europe, and we're responding to that challenge. It's a great opportunity for us to do a pull forward, our overall 2030 vision as a global company.
Although Honda faced class action lawsuits for this issue and eventually settled, many owners still ended up covering the costs for repeated brake jobs, turning what should have been a low-maintenance car into a hidden money pit. The 2009 Accord also suffers from excessive oil consumption, particularly in the four-cylinder models. Drivers reported having to top off their oil frequently between changes, with some needing to add a quart every 1,000 to 2,000 miles. This hidden maintenance task adds extra costs and requires constant monitoring to prevent engine damage from low oil levels, further increasing the financial burden of owning this car. Combining these issues with the standard maintenance of a used car, the 2009 Accord can quietly drain your wallet while appearing to be a reliable and practical vehicle. For many families who bought this car for its comfort and dependability, the repeated brake replacements and unexpected oil consumption turned into constant frustrations and added costs. For buyers considering a 2009 Accord, it's important to be aware of these hidden issues to avoid unexpected repair bills and to decide if the trade-off is worth the stress and extra money spent over time. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.